But today I made it harder on myself. Yesterday I did amazing, right? I had a whole incident with a client and my team took care of it. Today, ready to jump back in. So we had this client today where they wanted a refund. And it was based off our policy that we charged them about a month ago for if you cancel within 24 hours that we charge. So we put a hold on your card before just to even book an appointment. So when the time comes, if you cancel within 24 hours, we charge them because we still pay the ladies for their time, day that's a missed day out. So the Peter called me, and this was two things. Was Peter called me and was like, hey, the customer wants to talk to the manager. And I automatically said, okay, give me his number. Let me talk to him. And when I spoke to him, he said, hey, we had a problem. You guys canceled on us first. So that's why we canceled. And I was like, oh, based on what he said, I said, oh, all right, take the money back. We'll give it back to you. We don't want any problems, right? But I called back Peter, tell him the decision. I said, hey, listen to the call, listen what happened, and then respond to me. So he was like, bro, it didn't happen, nothing like that. We never put him on the calendar. He was never on the calendar. Like that was never a problem. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. And so what happened was I made a decision without full context. And because I made a decision without full context, I ended up making the wrong decision, right? For the wrong reasons. Because I don't know what Peter would have done. He may have refunded the money, he may have not have. But I didn't have full context of the business, of the situation. And because of that, I jumped in a rush situation. Now, also, when somebody ran, we didn't have a policy because so much times I was so used to being the person that if they said, oh, they want a manager, they would call me right away. Peter, you're the manager, my guy. You run this. You're the one. If they want a manager, if they want an owner, if they want somebody, if they have a real big problem, they want to go above your head, tell them to write an email. Tell them to write it out and say what's going on. And if it's really that big of a problem, then we'll get back to them. But I can't be in the middle of the day and somebody has a problem and they're like, oh, right away that they need me. So I had to make sure that we've documented that policy. If somebody says, I need the owner, they can write an email. They know it to give them my email. I'm not even the owner, right? You can write an email to the owner and then they will respond to you. But right now, I'm the one that makes the decisions. That's what Peter's job is. And that allows me to understand that I don't have to react because in the middle of the day, I'm doing things. I'm still working. So I can't just react to every small little problem because somebody says, I want to speak to the owner. Right? You can't go to McDonald's say, I want to speak to the owner. You can't go to Walmart say, I want to speak to the owner. Right? What you have to do is there's a manager there to make sure they're dealing with a problem. So that allowed me to understand that where are all the places that I'm jumping in at? Because yesterday I was like, oh, I didn't jump in. They took care of it. But as soon as he came in with a problem, I didn't throw it right back on him. That was the situation. Yesterday, they took care of the problem. They had confidence in care of it, but a question came up that they want to take to the owner, and they threw it right back on me. And then I took it from right there instead of throwing it right back on them. Like, hey, how are you going to handle this? He wants to talk to the manager. This is how we need to do it. So now we have a written policy that if somebody wants to talk to them, they have to email in. We're not just jumping on the phone because Peter has enough information. He has more information than I do, right? So even if somebody writes in, says what the whole problem is, then I can get with Peter and talk to him right there. So that's where we're at with that situation with anything going on. So where are you jumping in that? Where are you seeing that you delegated, but you jumped in and that you're saying, oh, you know what? I need to get more delegation here. And I'm still jumping in right here. I'm delegated right here, but I'm still jumping in right here, right? So anyways, another day, another opportunity. Stay focused, stay blessed. See you in the next one. Peace.